Are you serious? Are you serious? I think we're live or we're. Are you serious? Wow, the Holy Fire is back in Jerusalem at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Are you serious? I'm Pastor Paul Begley, and this is the Coming Apocalypse, the YouTube version of it at the church. And this was amazing. The Holy Fire lights up Jerusalem's Holy Sepulchre, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I've been there many times. It's a very, very powerful place to go. It's many people believe that is where the tomb of Jesus is. Others believe the tomb of Jesus at the Garden Tomb. It is very sacred place. And when you go into there's 7 different denominations inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and which is surrounding. It's a church that's built over top. They believe to be the tomb of Christ. I'll tell you all about this in a moment. But first, let's put a quick shout out, if we could, for www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. You see, listen to this. Studies are telling us that show our mental health changes based on how many or how few wrinkles we have. And anti-aging companies prey on that. But many of their products don't work because they fail to target the root concerns that contribute to wrinkles. The true way to attack a wrinkle concerns is by going underneath the surface of the skin in ways that promote youthfulness. This is why I highly recommend taking multi-collagen, www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. The multi-collagen by BioTrust is a great product. It's fish, egg, and plant protein. This amazing product will help restore our skin's youthfulness by getting to the root of the problem that causes the wrinkles. It works because it's a health supplement, not an anti-aging serum or gel or, cream. Your skin will look better, you'll feel better, and you can save 51% off the price. Simply go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. You'll be glad that you did. All right. Now, what's happening over here with the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is that they are lighting up the Holy Fire again. Now, it got canceled during the COVID process and during all of the mandates and restrictions. And, it's difficult for me to deal with the fact that you cancel big time religious holidays. For instance, I remember 3 years ago in 2020 when they canceled all church services in America on Easter Sunday. I mean, no church bells ringing throughout the entire nation on the day of the resurrection of Christ. That's just awful. Okay. But it's what happened. Now in Jerusalem, with processions and chants and ulations, and thousands of Christian Palestinians and pilgrims celebrated the Holy Fire ceremony at Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Very powerful situation. Now, they tried to limit them to 1,700 people, but 4,000 showed up. But they've had even bigger crowds than that. At times, they've seen 10,000. Now, after hours of anticipation from the crowd, Jerusalem's Greek Orthodox patriarch entered the tomb where Christians believe Jesus was buried, and he emerged out of the tomb carrying a lighted candle. They say that he had no matches to light it. That's always the tradition or belief. But certainly, in my opinion, the fact that he comes out of there with a light, it represents the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. I think it's a huge thing. But take a look at this, because I want you to see some of this, the pictures here of this. Let's just check it out. The Holy Fire lights up Jerusalem's Holy Sepulchre. I mean, look at this. This is inside the Holy Sepulchre. That is the tomb that's there. And as you can see, the people gathering all around, and they're holding the lights. They're holding their candles. They all light up. Once the priest comes out, once the Greek Orthodox patriarch comes out of the tomb with a lighted candle, then everybody lights their candles, and not just only inside the church, but all the way outside. Okay. And it's quite amazing situation. And they do this right here you're looking at, that is done at the Church of Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. And this took place on just yesterday. Now, it's really cool. Now, the mysterious millennium of the old ceremony, which celebrates Jesus' resurrection, has drawn over 10,000 worshipers in previous years. After hours of anticipation from the crowd, Jerusalem's Greek Orthodox did enter the tomb where Christians believe Jesus was buried, and came out with a lighted candle. Within seconds, the light spread across the darkened church that is revered by Christians as the site of Jesus's crucifixion, the burial, and his resurrection. Now, the bells completed with cheers from the crowd as the smoky haze filled the chapels. There was an Armenian Christian there by the name of Michael Turniman. He's 36 years old. He's an Armenian Christian. He was among the first to receive the light. It's an honor, he said. My father has been doing this since I was a kid. He passed this tradition down to me. After 2 years of travel restrictions, Israel has recently started allowing foreign tourists back into the country, and Christians are arriving from all around the world again. It took a lot of faith and determination, but they finally, Alina Lord, she's 48. She flew in from Romania, and she woke up at 5 a.m. to attend and to be there, so she'd be in the right position right across from the tomb's opening. So she was there like all day. There was another lady from Sofia Gorgas. She's 65. She flew in from the Syrian war to Sweden, and she said this was a lifelong dream for her to be at the Holy Fire ceremony in Jerusalem. I have no words. I am choked up. As soon as we got our Swedish passports, we signed up for this trip. The Holy Sepulchre lies at the heart of the old city's Christian quarter in East Jerusalem, which Israel captured in 1967 in the Six-Day War, and later annexed it in a move that has not been accepted by some international recognition. But the Greek and Armenian Orthodox churches share the custody of the Holy Sepulchre, along with the Roman Catholics, who also celebrate Easter at the same time. And of course, in the past, the light set fire to people's clothes, even their hair. In the past, each Jerusalem's fire chief said, who has been the fireproofing the ceremony for the last 30 years. Thankfully, it was nothing serious. This year, the ceremony ended safely, and they didn't have any mistakes there, okay? So, very interesting. I'm going to show you some of the pictures of this, because I think it's good to just see. There you see it as they were at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Here's some of the photos. There is the patriarch. He's coming out of the tomb of, believed to be the tomb of Jesus Christ. And he, of course, comes out with the candles. And people are lighting their candles off of his candles. Ethiopian Orthodox worshipers hold candles during the Holy Fire ceremony at the Ethiopian section of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem's Old City. They're very excited about the ceremony, of course. And worshipers attending the Holy Sepulchre outside the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem. And so they're in the West Bank. That's over in Bethlehem. So outside the Church of Nativity, they were even lighting candles, celebrating this ceremony. And you can see people inside the church. The Orthodox Christian worshipers attending the Holy Fire ceremony at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem's Old City. That's inside the church. You see how crowded it is? It's unbelievable. Especially an event like this, it would be insane. Just to go there on a normal day, is crowded. Okay, very crowded. Okay, so, but I do it. And then of course I got thrown out of there once because I was filming, and I was right up there by the entrance of the tomb there, and I was filming and talking and doing a film. Well, you're not supposed to do that, I guess. I didn't realize that. And so they stopped me, and the priest told me, he said, it's time for you to leave. So I had to leave, but I did get the footage. Okay, I did get the footage. So anyway, that's the kind of things that's happening. And I think what this means to me is we're getting back to normal. And I think that's my whole point. We're getting back to normal again. Can we stay that way? And and now I'm finding out you don't have to be vaccinated to fly to Israel. They have dropped all the mandates as far as vaccinations. So I'm going to, Heidi and I are talking about it. We are going to set up another tour to Jerusalem, to Israel. And we have not locked anything down yet. We're just now making that decision between ourselves. And we're going to take a look at the calendar and find out when's the best time to go, while we have this window open before somebody tries to shut it down and slam it down again. So we'll let you know about that, because it's so many people are saying, because a trip to the Holy Land is so amazing. It would change your life. It really will change your life. And some folks have never had a chance to go. It's been a lifelong dream for so many people. And so it would be great. Plus the prophecies that are happening now, the intensity of things that are going on now. I love to be where the prophecies of the Bible are taking place. And I like to be there even when it's happening. So we're looking into that. We're looking into that. Well, we should. You know why? Jesus is coming. He's coming soon. And when he comes, will you be ready? One thing about it, when you go to the tomb, whether you go to the garden tomb or to the Church of Holy Sepulchre, I personally like the garden tomb better. It feels more, it looks and feels more like what Christ would have came out of the garden. Golgotha is just right over there where he was crucified. It was outside the city walls. It just kind of makes sense. But the Church of Holy Sepulchre, even though now it's inside the old city, at the time of Jesus' crucifixion, it was outside the city wall. So it could have also been the tomb that Christ raised from the dead. It's possible. And so that's why those two are both looked at very, very seriously. And anyway, who wouldn't? You got to think about it. If you build a church over top of a place where you believe Jesus rose from the dead 1,500 years ago, why would you do that if it wasn't a sacred place?
I think it was Constantine.
Did Constantine do that? That would have been 1800, about 325. Helena, you think it was his mother, Constantine's mother, Helena, she was a strong Christian? We need to look that up. Let's look that up. Brock, look that up while we go to a song. Ain't no grave gonna hold Jesus down. Ain't no grave gonna hold me down either. We'll get the answer for you on that in just a moment. Are you serious?
There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna get up out of the ground. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Look way down the river. What do you think you see? I see a band of angels, and they're coming after me. Well, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Look down yonder, Gabriel. Put your feet on the land and see. Gabriel, don't blow that trumpet Until you hear from me, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Well, meet me, Jesus, meet me. Meet me in the middle of the air. And if these wings don't fail me, I'll meet you anywhere. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Well, meet me, mother and father, down by the river road. Mama, you know I'll be there. I'm a checking in my load. Well, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Oh, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
Oh, yes. Well, they couldn't hold Jesus's body down, and they won't hold ours either. All right, Brock's got some answers for us on the history of the Church of Holy Sepulchre. You're right, Brock. It was constructed by Constantine in the year 326
He had to dig for it.
AD. Yeah, he had to dig for it under the ruins of a temple to Venus. Okay? So because when the Romans came in 70 AD, they tore down the temple on the Temple Mount. Tore all that down. They also tore down several other buildings. And then later there was wars. And then we find out that under the Temple of Venus, the ruins of the Temple of Venus, they found it. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre was started construction in the year 326 AD by Constantine. His mother, Helena, wanted it built. They it is wow. It is a Byzantine architectural style that was used. It was also in the Christian quarters, is where they found it, of the old city of Jerusalem, according to the traditions. And it's believed to be where Jesus' tomb was. And that's why everything, was there. Such a focused place. And that's why they built this temple to Venus, because they knew this was a holy site for Christianity.
But later, when Constantine became emperor, he was the first
Christian.
He wanted to
restore it, and he did. And so, and that church has been there ever since. It's quite amazing. It seats, don't seat, but it can hold 8,000 people if you jam them in. There's several different sanctuaries, if you will, and there's rooms and there's stairs. You can go up there, and there's a lot. This is an unbelievable stone church. It's incredible to think that it is literally about almost 1,700 years old is just incredible. Unbelievable. Anyway, holy fire burning again in Jerusalem is a good sign that people can go back. And so that's good to know, It's good to know. Because in the days we're in, we truly are in the last days. I'll be back with more current world events. Give your life to Jesus Christ. And with more info, we have more information that we want to get to. Things are kind of fast here. So we'll be right back with another apocalyptic situation that's developing in just a few moments. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. I'll be right back. Are you serious?